All right, yeah. Waste. Waste has become my life, and we all have to deal with it. And it's kind of like that stray dog or begging child. You feel this emotional pull that you need to do something about it, but at the same time, you're like, maybe if I don't make eye contact. And it's bad enough when it's in your own house, your own thing, but when it's out in a warehouse or your distribution center, it becomes even more murky of what do we do with it. There's all kinds of questions that come up. Who's it titled to? Whose is it? Whose generator ID? I get tons of questions, especially when it's in warehouses out there. Do we have anybody representing warehouses in here at all? Cool. All right. So, we get questions a lot of times about the difference between DOT hazard or EPA hazard or what that's about. My personal experience is that warehouses they're not ready for waste, and they shouldn't be because it's not in their wheelhouse. They don't expect it, so they're not, they're not really in the mood, I guess, to deal with those questions about waste and how to do it. But there's other questions that come up about, well, it's a pesticide, so let's just use universal waste laws, right? Those things come up. Then you find out it doesn't work that way sometimes, and nobody understands why. A lot of times it feels like every time you're dealing with a waste that comes out of a warehouse or somewhere outside or at a third-party type facility, it feels like you're reinventing the wheel every time. So this year's meeting is supposed to clear some of that up, we hope. We've got speakers that are going to talk. We've got regulatory. We have a speaker that's going to speak about universal waste and lift those clouds. Let's see, I'll be here. I can answer any other questions that we've got as we move along and things. But that's what the focus of this is trying to figure out what we do when we have a situation in a warehouse. Is it still in transit? Is it, what happens? And how do we deal with those waste in full compliance safety? So with that, I guess we can go ahead and introduce the first speaker and get moving.